Hello, happy Sunday. Can you see that? Royal Enfield t-shirt on. Because I've just phoned the shop, KD Motorcycles in Accrington, Lancashire, and they said if I can get over by 1 o'clock then I can take the Interceptor out for a little test ride, 45 minutes. So it's not long enough to go to Rivington. I thought of going to Rivington and put a load of flyers on the seat for people that might be interested in it, in buying one. So instead I think I'll go to Samlesbury Hall, which dates from 1420, and Horton Tower, which is nearby down a country lane. That's 1565. I thought it'd be a rather regal setting for a Royal Enfield Interceptor. And also it's a test of the new camera. Yesterday I banged my head on that doorway and it started whistling, so because it's about 3 or 4 years old, I thought I'd put my new camera on. So it's a new camera test as well. Okay, bye for now. Oh, it's gone. So, is that one in the showroom? The demonstrator. I thought they'd have two, like one for demonstrating and one for keeping brand new, you know, for people that want to buy one. Someone this morning said he wanted to buy one and he weren't sure about delivery. And I said, well, just phone up and ask again. And he said, yes, I will. Someone else commented and said they're all fuel injection, no carbs these days. I said, well, I don't know. I should have studied all the facts and figures so I can give a sort of commentary, but who am I? I'm just a vlogger. I couldn't remember all the specifications, I don't think, anyway. Well, what is the fuel tank capacity, horsepower, miles a gallon, sort of irrelevant. So it's not going to be a technical rundown, I'm very sorry. If you're expecting one, you're going to be disappointed. I know nothing. Oh, there's a Jedi 1400. Lovely styling on it. That's what Tony Kitchen used to have before it got wrecked. I forgot what he said, what happened. I think it braked suddenly. Looks the car in front braked suddenly, and of course on a bike, a lot less traction and wallop. Went down the road. Sadly. Oh, that's had a scrape as well. Hello. Alright. That video yesterday, a lad was saying, I think he was called Philip James, he said, are they actually for sale or do they have a few in? I said, I don't know, you better ring in and ask him. Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'll knock my camera off if you show me documents. Excuse me. Thank you. Of them in a warehouse somewhere, so if someone rings up and wants one, you can get it here within days.
All our headquarters are at Chorley.
Chorley, yeah.
So they're all warehouse there, we shout them off. And
Years ago, at end of M65, there was a sign saying Royal Enfield near Leyland. I thought, oh, I wonder if they're still there. But that was in 90s and early noughties, so whether it's still... But that was for all the bullet market. A mate got a bullet, 500.
totally different now, we distribute them. It's like this was mainly, you know, built and...
It was designed in England, wasn't it?
Designed,
Yeah.
Harris frames.
Yeah.
It's owned a lot of the company now.
Right. Yeah, lovely little thing.
Young did put about 100,000 miles on it in test.
Wow.
It used to be the Triumph.
Yeah, well, that Bonneville was a 1200, that T120 I had to go on last summer, and it was very slow revving, and I thought 1200, I thought, I wasn't trying to do a ton, I thought I'll go on A59 and see how what acceleration's like, etc. And it sort of died, not died, but it slowed down, and someone said, oh, it's a rev limiter. And I told Yule, he said, no, there isn't a rev limiter. And they were a bit concerned in case someone had gone pear-shaped. I said, well, it definitely, rather than accelerate, it got to a certain revs and went and slowed down. He said, was it in rain mode? Because there's a rain mode and a dry road mode. Oh, I said, I don't think it was in rain mode, no. There's no funny little thing like that on here, is there? It's a lot.
No, all you've got is your fuel injection and your ABS.
Yeah.
Anything modern, really.
No moulds, we don't need moulds.
No. Rest of electronic locks with just, settings for your odometer.
Yeah.
It's modern Japanese style switchgear.
Yeah.
It's all the sort of things you're used to.
Well, that's it, because I didn't actually know about the rain mode until lad said, he said, what's that button there, the two little buttons? He said, well, that, just watch. Rain mode, it eases off the throttle so you're less likely to skid. Yeah, that's right.
I think they're there on the Bonnevilles. Clutch in, start.
Alright. Wow. Right. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going far. I've not got my watch on, and my clock's on my bike. I'll put it in my pocket. Did you say 45 minutes-ish? Right, well, it's 1 o'clock, so I'll keep my eye on my little... 3, right. Well, you'll have to go yourself to Rivington. If you have a load of leaflets, just park it up at Rivington, have a brew, and put leaflets in there.
Just because they're brand new tyres. So
Right. Oh yeah, I won't be going. I won't be getting my knee down. Not that style of rider. Like I said, I'm 55 next month, and I've calmed down a lot over the years. Right. Oh, I don't feel so bad. What's that lad on about? Oh, you'll find the foot pegs are a funny position. They're not a funny position at all. No, nothing wrong with that. Right. I suppose he'll have a lot less torque than the Hornet.
yeah,
I'm not gonna stall it, I don't think.
Lower down as well.
Yeah.
You won't have to be up and down the gearbox. Fantastic. Right.
Right, I'll see you later. Thank you. Right, so there we are, Royal Enfield. Just down the form inside. Very quiet through this helmet. Mirror wants adjusting. Ah, nice and smooth. I'll sit a bit further back because of the flat seats. Yes, I'm taking it easy, like I said, while I get used to it. That was a bit close to the roundabout, wasn't it? Alright, third. What's the horn like? Oh, fairly loud. Might need that. That's unusual. Ease off the throttle and it's sort of engine braking. I'll adjust the mirrors here. Unless you require a bloody spanner on them. Oh no, it's alright. Better, innit? That one's a bit loose. Oh, very nice. I like the handlebar position because it's forward, sit up and begs down. Not stalled it, like I said, because of the sort of lack of power compared to my Horn at 900. It's not gutless. Don't smoke off that Jag. I think I changed these mirrors, the sort of magnifying convex mirrors with a wide angle on them. And they shake a little bit, but there's plenty of aftermarket mirrors available, isn't there? As for what someone said about the foot peg position, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, I'm afraid it's a motorway for about 7 miles, but I might edit this bit out. Table. Indicate well in advance. Like I said, these mirrors might be magnifying mirrors, but can't see an awful lot. I get some big chrome square ones. Suspension's a bit bumpy, non-adjustable. Indicate right, look behind, nothing there. I was in 4th on the motorway, nothing coming. Wet surface, new tyres, so I'll take it easy. I did that with my thumb. Horton Tower, 2 miles. Yeah, I've got the feel of the revs now. I think that little power loss on the motorway was due to it being at 7,000 revs and required a gear change. That's all it was. Maybe I did the same with the Bonneville. You know, don't assume you're on a 4-cylinder bike with the same good spread of torque. Maybe there's a little peak. Mirror again. Tighten up. There we are, I think I've done it. Nothing behind. There is a little electronic gizmo on. There's something giving you your mile range. That's alright, isn't it? Estimating with your speed and everything just how long you have left with the in relation to the fuel left in the tank. Isn't that rather a tad unnecessary though? Keep riding at this speed and you'll do 160 miles with what's left in the tank. That's what it's saying. But personally, I use a trip meter, and when it gets to 130 I know the little orange light's going to come on. So here we are, nearly at Horton Tower, and the old chap, Sir Bernard de Horton, is into motorbikes, and there's a classic British bike speed sprint twice a year. I think it's April and October. I've been a couple of times, but I'm sure years ago they used to have stalls selling stuff, you know, and catering stalls and things. But when I went last time it was £8 and there wasn't too much going on. It was just a speed trial and nothing else. Closed. Why are you closed, Albert? Oh, the gates are crossed as well. Well, that's rather spoiled things, because I was going to go right up to the old house, 1565, and do a walk around. What a pity. Because it's essentially English, isn't it? A stately home like this. Quintessentially English. No drone flight zone behind this point. Photography may be taken for personal use only, but not for commercial purposes. It smells very warm. It's all a new part. It's getting hot. It does smell hot. That smells like some kind of burning plastic. There's nothing inside, is there? No, during transit from factories you don't leave anything to keep damp out, I hope. It sort of smells like, you know, like warm vinyl or hot vinyl. So there it is in the sunshine. Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Doing a steady 65-70 on the motorway. Motor coped very well indeed. Not a great deal of power, like I said, because neither had that Bonneville 1200. And you can't compare the two. I mean, when I was younger, a 650 seemed like an enormous bike, but now it's just a mid-sized bike, isn't it? Middleweight. Bit concerned about that smell. Not in the air here, is it? It just smells hot. But like I said, a new bike, it will do, won't it? All the new parts are getting heated up. I was thinking, he didn't actually say don't go on the motorway at high revs or high speed. He just said brand new tyres, take it easy. I said, oh yes, I will. Let's check the oil level. Let's be careful. It is on its side stand, so therefore it'll pedal to the left. Oh yeah, I can see the level, it's fine. Side stand indicator. Oh, something's flashing on next to the E, can you see? What's that, I wonder? Oh, it does have ABS. There's a little orange light on there for ABS. So there's a flash next to the E. Why? Bit concerning. As is that smell of warm plastic or rubber or vinyl. I'll mention it when I get back. But the next stop is Samlesbury Hall. Pity we couldn't go up there, right next to the tower in the sunshine. Let's hope these little country back lanes aren't muddy. There is an alternative route by the main road, but this is a sort of shortcut down that country lane. Well, I've tightened the mirror up, that's not going to move again, I hope. Yeah, pleasant little tootle down the road. No breakneck speeds, just a pleasant little ride. Imagine it's 1959 again. And this is the original Royal Enfield Interceptor. It's also got a nice tone to it. Not as loud as the British original. I've watched a few videos of the original 750 Interceptor and it does sound fantastic. I mean, this would certainly get admiring glances from old chaps. An Interceptor, I had one of them in 1959, So it certainly ticks all the boxes nostalgia wise with the styling of it. I'm not going to complain because I was saying to that chap, you can't compare it to modern Japanese bikes, but if you just want a pleasant ride, it's ideal, isn't it? Look at this, it's a pleasant bit of power there. Not going to wrench your arms out of the sockets and not going to wheelie with the front wheel pouring at the fresh air, but pleasant tootle on a country lane. It can cope at motorway speed, but don't expect anything overtaking at high speed wise. Oh, bumps. Alright, ducks, beware of ducks. I came down this road with Hepcat Hiley and Mandy on their first visit up here when we got caught in a downpour and the road was full of the cow muck and mud. Hello, pretty lady. This is what you have to be careful for, leaves and twigs and things on bends. Goosefoot Lane. Where's Samlesbury Hall? Somewhere on the right, I think. Pleasant day out so far. Similar to the Missing and Flies little tootle this. He went on a few country lanes. Oh, what's that? Stanley House and Old Date Stone. Put my visor down. Well, this new camera's operating alright, otherwise it's been rather a waste of bloody time. The battery wasn't fully charged, but I thought, well, it'll do for an hour, so it should be fine. I should have tested it there, shouldn't I? What a pity Horton Tower was closed. I could have met Sir Bernard himself again. Not changing gear. 2,000 revs. See, pulling out of a corner nicely. Oh yeah, it's very nice. Go a bit faster on this straight bit. Actually, that engine braking's a good thing. I don't like using my brakes in wet weather because look what happened to Phil 480. Did he just slip? Did he touch his brakes on that dodgy road with diesel on? I ease off the throttle, and with this it's very effective at engine braking. Oh yeah, I'm a boy racer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Middle-aged boy racer by the looks of it. Oh, bumpy roads. Or did I come down here? So far so good. Like I said, a nice relaxed tootle, nice engine tone, ease off the throttle and it slows down without dabbing the brakes at these low speeds. It said Roach Bridge, we'll come out at that bridge. Maybe I should have took that turn down there. Ease off again, just in case there's any mud, but there isn't. See, accelerating nicely out of that corner. Oh, it's lovely, I want one. I said to the chap, I said next year when there's some second-hand ones, what's that, gunk, going for about 3,500. Yeah, it is Roach Bridge. So, I missed the Nab's Head pub turnout. That's where the road turns out normally, but I think I've done a wrong turn. Let's have a look at this weir. Not lovely. Old mill that would have powered the big mill wheel to power all the looms and machinery. What gear are we in? Oh, first. Let's carry on. That was a stop and a carry on. I often do them. Stop, admire the view, carry on. So, where does this come out then? I forgot. It's on the main road, on the way to Preston. Bloody hell, look at that. Yes, the roads have not been resurfaced since 1959, so it's very apt that I'm on an old style bike. Wet tarmac was last applied to this road in 1959. Oh, a nice bit here. Ah, no, that's where we are, that's right, this is that road. I know where we are now, New Old Tavern. Another apt little junction because we go past a brewery down here. One of my favourite pastimes. I was on McEwen's Champion last night, 7.3%. Only had 2 bottles, I'm certainly not in any danger of being over the limit still. Maybe if I'd had 10 bottles I would. I should have cleaned the lens, shouldn't I, because it would have got splats on the motorway. Caution Brewery entrance. So, as I've said, just like the Bonneville, if you're looking for a bike that just merrily tootles along with a nice engine tone, reasonably powerful, and remember it is a 650, compared to that Bonneville, this is a lot more, what can you say, you shouldn't really compare a 1200 to a 650, but this is a more enjoyable ride than that Bonneville. I have to say it, very sorry, but it's true. Yes, I'll say it again, it's better than the Bonneville. Yes, it's better than the Bonneville. Get a Royal Enfield, don't get a Bonneville 1200, get the Bonneville. Oops, sorry, I lost concentration then. Yeah, I wouldn't get the Bonneville over this, I'd get 2 of these. So this is just over 5 grand, the Bonneville's 10 grand and over with. With a few extra little bits. I think the base model of the Bonneville is 10 grand, but you can get all sorts of little add-ons, can't you, which checks it up. Different options, but everything's here that you want. This has got ABS, this has got fuel injection, decent range of mileage apparently. But like I said, I'll give all the specs below later. Ease off the throttle, no braking required. I know they just sound like with straight open pipes, or remove these baffles if they come out. Maybe that's what was smoking and smelling like burning, some kind of baffle seal. When I signed that form, he said you're liable for any speeding tickets. See, that's where the Nab's Head pub is. I should have come out there at this bloody junction. Oh, I got the turning wrong, I don't know. Maybe I should go back that way. Yes, I'm turning, Albert. Thank you. Yeah, free entry. Open Sunday to Friday, 11 till 4. And I've done videos here before, but I mentioned that the American, what were they called? Ghost Hunters International came and had a word with the tour guide, Simon Entwistle, to investigate the sightings of the White Lady, who was part of the Southworth family, and her ghost is said to haunt here and scurry across the road because where we've just been at Horton Tower, that's who she was having a love affair with, and he ditched her, which is why she haunts this area. But the Americans dismissed it all because she actually went to the coroner's office. There's no record of this, no record of that, and rubbish Simon's story basically, which wasn't very fair. Right, so here we are. I thought it'd be a suitable setting for a bike with English pedigree, even though it's manufactured in India, designed in England. And I think the Indian factories bought the machinery from England in the 50s, didn't they? And made the bullet for many, many years. But I think this is wonderful. Lovely little bike. Merrily chugging away. But then people that said, I mean, when I did that Bonneville test last summer, I'm not very impressed. Oh no, power. Well, you're not looking for power. You're looking for a nice, relaxed ride. And this gives it you in bucket loads. It's relaxing, take it easy. Most of those accidents you see on YouTube are caused by silly speeders. I posted one on my channel because Mr. TPR, he's got a Hornet 900 in Australia, and I said, look at this video, a lad on a Tracer 900, and he was doing 100 mile an hour on a country lane and suddenly went round a bend and there was a mini roundabout there and he bounced right over the grass and hit a wall. He survived, you know, but he was left with nerve damage to his limbs, so just take it easy. And if you want a bike to take it easy on, this is the one. Just merrily chug along, enjoy your country, ride in the sunshine this summer. I'd have one. Certainly. It's got a bit of gunk on it. As for this, built in 1420. Lovely. Inside just as impressive with panelled walls. This inspired me to panel my walls in my house. Can you see those carvings from The 1400s, a bit spooky. Sort of a flying dragon thing, and a big fish. Carved heads. What's on this side? Oh, a little dancing devil. That's even spookier. Another dragon thing. A wild boar. Or a dog. A dragon. Some other critter. Ah, Samlesbury Hall. They have weddings here. You can book a wedding here. And a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Very nice. Dating from 1325. Ooh. Where did I get 1420 from? 1325. Very sorry. Well, it is a Sunday. I have slept since last time I came here. I've not been here since last year. I'll just test the camera. Good, it was recording. It's always best to check. Like I said, the battery wasn't fully charged. I'll also check the lens for mud. Alright, bit of mud on it, but not too much. Right, well I better head back, time will be nearly up. I'm going to put that little... Where did I put it? That smell of burning again, I'll mention that to the chap. Where did I put that LCD clock? That's a spare battery. What if I put it in this pocket and it's been flapping about on the motorway and I've dropped it? Oh, what's that? It's 140. Ooh, better get back. What time did I set off? Anyway, a last look, let's have a last look. Oh god, the sun's come out. So there it is, Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. Lovely little machine for a relaxed ride, like I keep saying. Let's have another listen to that sweet little engine. Still flashing on E. I'll mention that. Burning smell and flashing on E. Can you hear that? Slow revving like that Bonneville was, but so it should be being a twin. Funny which way to go back. Turn left. Oh, oh, oh. There's no real quick way back to Accrington, and like I said, I don't want to get booked and get a speeding ticket. Very light. I mean, that Bonneville wasn't heavy, but I've had my Hornet 900 over because of the weight, whereas this, no trouble at all in my backyard. Oh, yeah, indicate at last minute, Albert. We should all take it easy on this road. This is a bit of a accident black spot area. You hear that? Lovely little engine tone. It's like an old Marshall deep tone noise. He didn't ask me mobile number. I could have given me mobile and he could have phoned me up and said, "Where are you? You're overdue, you should be back. You should be back by now." I said, "Well, I've been talking." I could have gone back down there, back to Horton Tower, and gone back on the motorway. That would have been quicker, wouldn't it? Still, oops, yeah. That's the only complaint. The front end suspension seems a bit harsh and it's not adjustable. Not sure what I could do about that, but I think it's a problem exclusive to England with the crappy bloody bumpy roads. So if you live in a country that's got decent roads, you're laughing, ain't you, mate, eh? You're laughing! Doesn't handle potholes or speed bumps or any bump. That was just a bump, a random bump. It wasn't a speed bump. Yeah, very pleasant tootle out. Ideal for tootling. That's what this bike is. Lovely little thing. Forget all that guff about foot peg position. There's nothing wrong with it. What's Mr. and Flyer talking about? And Mr. Fish. Did he say it as well? Mr. Chronicles of Mr. Fish, he did a test the other week. And one of them, I'm not sure which one, said foot position feels a bit funny. It feels funny. Feels funny? What do you mean feels funny? There's nothing wrong with the foot position. I'm managing in my size 14 Dr. Martens boots. And if I can manage, anyone can. Nothing wrong with it. I can brake very well with my right foot, change gear with my left foot. The riding position is fine. Sit up and beg, but that's the style of it. Catching the wind, but that's the good thing about it in summer. I wouldn't even consider fitting a fairing, although you could do a little givey one, like the one on my Hornet maybe. But that wouldn't really take the blast off your chest a bit, but you wouldn't get a blast because you're merrily tootling along at 16, not going to be doing 120 on this. In fact, it says 120 on the speedo. It's not going to do that. You might just get to 100 on it maybe. So ease off the throttle again, and you see that brakes, engine braking sort of. Can you hear that engine tone? Lovely, isn't it? Just close my visor. So plus points, engine tone. To some people that might seem trivial, but to me, I just love how it sounds. Can you hear that? A lot of people get a bike just because it sounds cool. Doing a steady 40 in a 50. Are you going to change lanes, Albert? What's going on? See, he's getting impatient. It's a 50 in the speed cameras. That chap in the Audi wants booking or something. Tailgating. Oh, it's turning good. Yeah, I'll go down to the roundabout, up the road to Whitebird roundabout, brief tootle on the motorway and then back to Accrington that way. Hope I'm not too late. I said to him, I said I was going to bring you some chocolates over, but I think I'll put a donation into their ambulance collection if you still collect. Title is in Accrington, 01254 231221. Can you hear that? Or can you hear wind whistling noise instead? Come on, Albert. That's 6,000 revs. Bloody hell. Has he got 6 gears? He must have. I was saying 6 then. I thought I'd knock it up a couple. Sorry, I should have known it had 6. I think it has got 6 gears, but like I said, I'll do a check at home on all the specifications online. Ooh, dead hedgehog. Well, 70. 5,000 revs in 4th gear, 5th gear, no, that's 6th gear. So 6 gears, 65 miles an hour at 4,200 revs. I think 6 gear is more like an overdrive, just for chugging along. You're going out of it, you're turning right like me. Fifth, 4th, red light. 3rd, 2nd, 1st. Yeah, that's right, in 1st now. So there is 6 gears, you've been through them all. Yeah, I'm very sorry for not studying all the specs before I set off. I should have had a look last night, shouldn't I didn't actually think I'd get a booking for a test ride today, but otherwise I would have studied up on it. But you might know all about it anyway. What's the big deal? You don't have to prattle off all the facts and figures out on the ride, you just want to enjoy the ride. Right, I'll leave the visor open despite it being chilly. Just, oh, what was that? With that? That trailer gone down a bump. Not going to be able to open the engine up with these 2 twerps in front. 50, Albert. You're doing 40. Come on, give it the nuts. That's what Eddie Kidd used to say before a jump. Give it the nuts and smear some grease off his chain onto his face for a look. Indicate right. Near that, lovely engine tone. And here we are in sunny Accrington. Little flash still on the E. So I mentioned that, and I mentioned that warm smell, and say it seems to be, I don't know where it's from, to be honest. I thought it was just smoke from the actual silencer and thought it might just be baffles getting warm if everything's brand new, but I'll mention it anyway. Just a hot smell. Will it be cables under the tank maybe? You know, from the heat of the rising heat from the engine. It's a lovely little thing, I love it. Riding position, mild manners, indicators off, yes, I remembered. Lovely engine tone. Know what insurance will be for me, an old Ford age 55 next month. Probably a lot less than my Hornets. Indicate left. See, if any of you are not familiar with Accrington, that's where the motorway junction is, and this is just how close the bike shop is to the motorway. It's just 5 minutes away from the M65, so it's easy to find. Glad that mirror didn't move again, all it needed was a firm adjustment. Oh, we are back here at Keith Dixon's. KD motorcycles. That's the thing, the headlight's on, there's no headlight option, it's on all the time. Yes, for new viewers, that's my Hornet 900. 4-cylinder. 110 horsepower. So it's sort of twice what this is. But as I've been saying for the past hour, it's not about top speed and torque, although it is pretty torquey. Just a lovely little bike. I give it my wholehearted approval. Very nice, I want one. I know, sorry, am I late? I went to Horton Tower and it was shut. So I went to Samlesbury Hall. Right. Yeah, I love it. It's a lovely little bike. Very mild mannered. Nothing wrong at all with riding position or at foot pegs. What that lab run about, I don't know. Oh, it's funny foot. You can't change gear easily. That's bollocks. Yeah. Only thing I noticed, well, with being new, it smells warm. I thought, what's that warm plastic smell? It's probably just something getting hot.
Oh, it'll be paint, it'll be everything.
Oh, yeah. And there's a little on the E, it was flashing on the E. I thought can't be empty because it tells you how many miles you've got left compared to the fuel level. But a little LCD was flashing on the E, so I don't know what that means. Yeah, it's a lovely little thing. I went to Samlesbury Hall and sunshine come out, so that were nice. I got the date wrong. I said 1420, it's 1325 Samlesbury Hall. Because it's a nice English thing and an English theme bike, despite being made in India, I thought it was a nice setting. I'll have to go to Rivington, like I said, if we print a load of leaflets up, say now in stock. Yeah, I think it'll sell very well, it's excellent.
Yeah. I can't wait for Continental to turn up as well.
Well, I was just saying about that Bonneville. This is better than that Bonneville, that T120 Bonneville, a 1200cc, and yet this, I'd say it performs about the same as a 1200. You know. Only thing I noticed is when I joined the motorway here to get to the turn off for Horton Tower, it slowed down. When I looked at revs, it was 7,500 revs. So I just changed gear and it was fine. So I think it runs out of steam, you know, near the red line, and you have to change gear. Otherwise, it's the power's not there. But just for, like I said, imagine touring Lake District on that, round them country lanes at a relaxed pace. It's ideal. Yeah, it is a lovely little thing.
It's about rideability and horsepower you can use on our modern day roads.
Yeah, well, I watched a few, not horror videos because they didn't die, but there was a lad on a Tracer 900 and I thought to get him one of them, I like them. And he's on a country road doing that, 18, 19, he comes round a bend and there's a grassy mound, which is actually a roundabout in a junction, and he bounces over it into a wall, and his mate says, "Are you alright?" And he's get, and he said he'd been left with nerve damage to his limbs. And I thought, well, take it easy, you silly sod. Just, you're on the country road, you enjoy the scenery. So that's what I mean. There's people's individual riding styles will probably moan about, oh, it didn't have much speed, did it? Oh no, I was tootling around country lanes. It's got a bit muddy, but yeah, I love it. I was saying to Ian though, I said I'm due to get a big payout apparently. When I'm 55 in March next month, you can claim some of your pension back tax free. And I'm due 12.5 grand or something. Get a new bike. I said, well, I owe that same amount of money on credit cards because I've got a low paid job. And I've been borrowing our credit cards for the past 10 years. It's got out of hand. They're all interest free. I juggle between 5. And I said, that's the main priority. I said, I want to clear all my debts off. If anything happens to me, my family might be left with all them debts. So I'd like to pay it off. I said, well, tell you what, pay it all off, get a loan for a bike. I said, well, I'll decide. I've got a month to decide. Do you still collect for her ambulance? Because, well, they're cleaning all the mud off now. I thought you might scratch, because if there's bits of bloody farmyard stuff from them country lanes, it should have been hosed down and then polished. I was going to go to Rivington, but it's got colder, so I'll go home, I think.